Hi everyone and welcome back. We're here with our second wedding planning session. My name is Ashley Haglund. I'm the event coordinator and wedding planner here at the Dell-Lea, and I'm here with the owner, Toutou Marson.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Today we're going to be talking about something that comes up a lot on our tours, which is the average cost of a wedding and your wedding vendors.
Absolutely. And so before we get started about giving you some of the ranges that we're seeing, these are the ranges that we're seeing here in central New Hampshire. So the pricing could be slightly different if you're on the seacoast area or if you're in the city near Boston or out near Vermont. So these are just some prices that we're seeing. So we just wanted to kind of set that as a caveat so you understand, but this should at least give you an idea of what ranges to be looking for. So the first one I want to really touch base with is the photographer. So photographers, depending on their experience, how long they've been in the industry, what they're providing in regards to engagement booklets, the number of hours that they're going to be at your wedding, from 5 hours to full 8 hours or 9 hours. And some photographers will also couple their photography and their videography together, so the prices can also range as that way. So for photographers, you're looking at approximately $1,500 to about $4,000. And again, that's just the mid-range that we're seeing here. For a professional videographer, about $2,000 to $4,000. And especially with the videographers and photographers, really don't go cheap on these. It's the only day you only have those 6 hours. You're never going to be able to recreate those days. So definitely invest in professionals who is really going to capture and journalize your day for you to remember always.
The next thing on our list is DJs. So like Toutou said, I think this is another huge priority. The DJ really is the MC for your whole event, from the ceremony music all the way down to the reception, introducing you and everything like that. We see a range from about $450, who are great DJs, just kind of getting their feet wet, but are professional, they have insurance, and then it can go all the way up to $2,000. We really recommend having a professional DJ for your event. And then a lot of people opt to do like a band. So we've had, like a 16-piece band here, and that ranged from like $7,000 to about $12,000. And there are smaller bands as well, which could be a little less expensive. But if that's something you're looking for your day, that's the range you'll be looking for.
All right. So the officiants are the ones who will make sure you're getting married and lead in the processional and for your ceremony. So we're seeing about $150 to $550 to $600, and that range again is really dependent on location of how far the officiant has to travel, and the legwork that they have to do, the rehearsals. Again, having somebody who really kind of captures your essence and what you want to say to each other that day is very important. So officiant, about $150 to $600.
The next thing is a florist. So if you are going to do your ceremony flowers, like maybe decorate, an arch or a gazebo, and you're going to do bouquets, boutonnieres, centerpieces, all of that, your flowers could range from about $600 to $2,500. There are some ways to keep that a little bit lower. Like some people use bridal bouquets as centerpieces later in the reception, so that is a way to save money without cheaping out. I know we've had some friend florists here, and they set up the flowers the night before and didn't put enough water in the arrangements, and they wilted overnight. So I really recommend using a professional florist who will be able to keep your flowers cool, deliver them on time, and make sure that they look really great for your wedding.
Absolutely. Another way that you also could save money with florists is using flowers that are in season. That way there's abundance of it, and you're not having to ship the flowers from the Caribbean here, which will be more costly. So having localized flowers in season will also save you lots of money.
Mm-hmm. And the next thing on the list is invitations, which is obviously near and dear to my heart. A lot of people will go online on places like Minted or Zazzle, and you can print them for about $500. But there are some people who are looking at invitations as kind of the segue to your wedding. It's the first thing that people see, like your save the dates and everything like that. And if you're looking for like a custom design package with high-end printing and foil and letterpress and all of those goodies, you could range from about $1,500 to $3,500. But again, with vendors, I think you really need to pick your priorities. So whether that's having good photos, good music, if you want, the impression of your first day to be, a big one.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. All right, another question we also get a lot is about bride hair and makeup. For hair, it's about $130 plus or minus, and then for makeup, it's about $75. It might be a little bit more if you're doing a traveling makeup artist that are coming, they'll include their pricing into maybe closer to $100. For bridal party, we're seeing about $90 to $65 for hair and makeup, and then so about $150 in total. So it depends. Some people like to do their own hair, others like to have it done professionally. So that's really up to you.
Yes, and I also usually recommend doing a trial. So some people, if you have like enough people in the bridal party, they'll provide a discount on your trial. But also keep in mind that you might be spending an extra bit of money to do that. I usually recommend that people will do it before like their shower, or if they're getting dressed up to go somewhere, so it doesn't go to waste.
All right, and the last portion of it is transportation.
Yes, we want to get your guests to and from the wedding safely. So a lot of people will do a school bus, and transportation like that would range from about $600 to $1,000. It really depends how many buses you need, which depends how many guests you have and how many runs they're doing and how far they're going. So there's a lot of variables there. That's why there's such a big range. And then if you want to do like a limo or something for your bridal party, it can range from about $75 to $225 an hour.
So one thing to take away from this is, as you're talking to your vendors, kind of get a price quote in the ranges of where you're looking for. All right, so that concludes the end of our second segment on vendor costs. If you really like this portion of our wedding planning session, give us a thumbs up, provide some comments and feedback, and we'd love to know more if you have any more questions that we could help answer for you. So thanks for checking in. See you guys later.